Ever felt invisible, like your words vanish into thin air? Many struggle with the silent fear of being ignored, desperately seeking to be seen. This story reveals how Chloe, once lost in that fear, discovered a profound truth. True connection isn't about being loud, but about truly listening. Learn how embracing empathy can silence your anxieties and amplify your authentic voice. Chloe sat at the cafeteria table. Her story about the disastrous chemistry experiment bubbling with enthusiasm. She gestured dramatically, hoping to capture the attention of her friends, but their eyes seemed to glaze over. A familiar wave of anxiety washed over her. The fear of fading into the background, unheard and unseen, began to rise. Halfway through her tale, Chloe noticed her friend's eyes drifting away, drawn by the allure of other conversations. Her voice faltered, the words feeling heavy and insignificant in the noisy cafeteria. The cold pang of being ignored tightened its grip, making her feel invisible. At the far end of the table, Sam sat silently, staring down at his uneaten lunch, the weight of a recently failed chemistry test heavy on his shoulders. His usual quiet demeanour was amplified by a visible cloud of disappointment. Their friends were cracking loud jokes, but he didn't respond, his expression closed. Chloe felt an urge to reach out to Sam, to offer some solace in his silent struggle. However, her mind was a battlefield of anxious thoughts, the fear of her words being dismissed or ignored, holding her back. "Why bother? He won't even notice," whispered a voice of doubt in her ear. The bell rang, its jarring sound cutting through the cafeteria noise. The lunch period was over and the students began to scatter, their laughter and chatter echoing down the hallways. Sam remained seated alone, still absent-mindedly pushing his food around. Something shifted within Chloe as she watched Sam sitting alone. Her own fear of being ignored seemed to fade into the background, replaced by a sharp pang of empathy for his quiet pain. She realised that maybe being truly noticed wasn't about shouting louder, but about listening better. Instead of following the crowd, Chloe walked over to Sam and without a word sat down beside him. The lingering noise of the cafeteria seemed to recede, creating a small pocket of shared silence. She didn't try to crack a joke or launch into a pep talk. After a moment of comfortable silence, Chloe whispered softly, "That bad?" The simple question broke through Sam's wall of despair, an acknowledgement of his struggle without demanding explanation. Sam's eyes finally met hers, focused and clear, acknowledging the simple truth. He nodded, a single small movement that conveyed a depth of frustration and disappointment. The shared moment was a connection, a silent understanding. He began to talk, words tumbling out about the test, the overwhelming pressure he felt, and the impossibly high expectations of his parents. Chloe listened, truly listened, her focus entirely on him. She didn't interrupt, didn't try to offer solutions or fix his problems. She resisted the urge to make his story about her own experiences. She simply listened, giving him the undivided attention she had always craved herself. In that moment, Chloe discovered a new kind of connection. The quiet space they created wasn't empty, but full of understanding and mutual respect. She learned that being valued wasn't about being the loudest voice, but about being the one person who truly hears. From then on, Chloe began to change how she interacted with the world, consciously choosing to listen more than speak. She let genuine connections grow organically, nurtured by empathy and understanding. As she practiced active listening, Chloe felt seen, not because she shouted the loudest, but because she offered her true presence, quietly and sincerely. Her anxiety began to diminish as she embraced genuine connection. Sam, emboldened by Chloe's quiet understanding, began to open up more to his friends and family, sharing his struggles and seeking support instead of silently withdrawing. He realized that vulnerability wasn't a weakness but a strength, a bridge that connected him to others and allowed him to share the burdens he had been carrying alone. One afternoon, Chloe found Sam sitting alone in the library, looking troubled. This time, she didn't hesitate. She simply sat down next to him, offering her presence without expectation. Sam looked up, a flicker of gratitude in his eyes, and began to share his worries about college applications. Chloe listened, offering encouragement and practical advice. Together they navigated the stressful process, supporting each other's dreams and reminding each other of their inherent worth regardless of acceptance letters. Chloe discovered that helping others quieted her own fears. The act of listening and offering support, transforming her from someone seeking validation to someone offering it. Sam, in turn, found his voice growing stronger as he shared his experiences, understanding that his struggles were not unique and that connection offered solace. One day, Chloe stood before her friends, ready to share a story, but this time she didn't feel the familiar surge of anxiety. Instead, she felt a quiet confidence, knowing that her worth wasn't tied to their reactions. She spoke with passion, but also with genuine interest in her friends' responses, creating a space for shared laughter and open dialogue. The need to be heard faded into the joy of connecting. Sam watched Chloe, a proud smile gracing his lips. He saw the transformation, the quiet strength she had cultivated, and the genuine connection she now fostered. He realized that he too had grown, learning to embrace vulnerability and to share his authentic self with the world without fear of judgment or rejection. Together, Chloe and Sam discovered that the greatest gift they could give themselves and others was the willingness to listen, to understand, and to connect with genuine empathy. Being noticed was no longer a desperate need, but a gentle gift they both gave and received, creating a ripple effect of understanding and connection in their community. In that quiet revolution, Chloe and Sam found their place, no longer invisible, but deeply and authentically connected to themselves and to the world around them. And so they continued their journey, listening, learning, and loving, one quiet conversation at a time, transforming their own lives and the lives of those around them.